Word to my mother, the first week NBA 2K26 is out. I will get that statue of me, my player Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, in front of the rec. I'm going to the rec and I'm gonna get the most wins. There's a lot of new stuff that came out today for NBA 2K26. We got the reveal dates. We're gonna talk about it all. Get your popcorn, get whatever you need. It's your boy Bash. Smash that sub. Let's go.
Listen, they know I shoot like Curry, so I ain't got a problem or worry. I'm the man of my city, and sometimes you gotta get your hands kinda dirty before things ever get
Alright, man, listen, I'm gonna give it to you real, raw, and quick. Well, this ain't gonna be quick. I've been doing a lot of TikToks and stuff like that and short form content that I think is awesome. And, you know, I've been saying that, but this is gonna be long. Pause. No Diddy, but this is definitely gonna be way longer than a short. So we got a lot to cover, you know what I mean? A lot of new stuff. Hey, if you didn't see it, if you didn't see it, NBA 2K, they did a Twitch live today, which was Evan, and we got a surprise from Stacks, which is super awesome. Salute to my guy Stacks, you know what I mean? Salute to Evan as well, man. Salute, you know what I mean? Listen, a lot of cool stuff is coming down the pipeline, you know what I mean? A lot of new stuff. Some of it is like fan requested, you know, us players and things of that nature. You know, we wanted to get this in the game, and I feel like from what we heard today, we definitely heard some listening. And you know what? Let's try it. You know what I mean? And that's what we want as gamers. You know what I mean? I mean, no game is ever gonna be the way that you might want it to be 100%, but you know, we give to take a little bit. You know what I mean? It's a big world. A lot of people don't like what you like, and you like what they don't like, and vice versa. All right, so look, we gonna start. We getting straight to it. I ain't gonna lie. The city, okay? Now, the city they did last, but we going straight to the city, all right? So here's the new stuff right now. If you didn't know, I'm gonna go through it with the city. The city is a lot more accessible and easy to get wherever you want to go very quickly. That means the city is gonna be, if not small, if not the same size, it's gonna be smaller, okay? So that's what I'm thinking. Remember, this is what, you know, they saying, and this is my thoughts, you feel me? I'm thinking it's gonna be the neighborhood. So I don't know how they're gonna change it from the neighborhood to the city to the neighborhood. It's just, it gotta be a city, but it's gonna feel like the neighborhood, I guess. You know how like 2K20, everything was like right there, boom, boom, bow, 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 bow. That's how I'm assuming they doing it, because I ain't gonna lie, the best layout to me in a 2K game, well, my favorite layout was 2K18. I know that probably ain't y'all favorite layout. Y'all ain't even got to tell me. You know what I mean? I already back, that ain't my favorite layout. I bet. But my favorite layout was 18, but I also like 20. 20 was kind of like the, you know, you come down if you're a legend off the helicopter, and then you kind of like right there. You know, when they had events, they do the little park course right there. Then you got the other course right there. Then you got the rec right there. It was a real smooth kind of layout. That was, to me, that was a good one, man. Y'all let me know what y'all favorite layout. All right, so that's the one thing to see. Another thing, new mode leaderboards puts a spotlight on players. Basically, the top players each day by wins will have a 12-foot statue outside of whatever mode building you play. So we know this is gonna be wrecked, obviously, and I'm not sure, but if they bring Proving Grounds, there'll be, we know that theater ain't going nowhere, so there's gonna be statues in front of these places that are 12 foot tall. And I ain't gonna lie, my goal this year is to get one of them. I need to be on one of them statues. They need to see me like they see the Statue of Liberty in my town, in my city. You know what I mean? I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm trying to get some footage and see what that's like. You know what I mean? I always wanted a statue in the city. I think that's really cool. There's so many good things about that. Like I said, man, I think when it comes to listening, you know, that's something that's gonna motivate people to want to play. You know what I mean? And I'm a boots to the ground kind of guy. You know what I mean? That's just what it is with me. You feel me? I like to play. I ain't complaining. I like to play, bro. You know what I mean? I like to get out there If I don't like it, I won't rock with it. But if I like it, I'm gonna rock with it, and ain't nobody can change my mind. So that's kind of how I am. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see people having these 12-foot statues, and who gets them, and how hard they had to grind to get them. Because you know, it's a lot of people thinking like me. You know what I mean? I think like us. That's gonna want that. You feel me? So that's kind of cool right there to see what that's going with. The park gets a new makeover. New oh, okay, hold on. We getting new courts. All right, the park getting a new makeover, but we getting new courts that are visually like the real world. So when they said that, when Evan said that, I was like, I thought Rucker Park right off the back. Like, you know, plus they just did something with Rucker Park. I think Rucker Park is dealing with the NBA again or something like that. I'm not too sure, but you can do your Googles and look at that. So that's gonna be really cool to see Rucker Park, as well as other parks too. They got parks out in what? Cali. There's some famous parks out there in Cali. There's famous parks in China. You know what I mean? Just different places. That's kind of cool. I don't know if that's the extent of it, but I'm for sure. I ain't gonna lie. When he said that, I thought Rucker. That's the first thing I thought, man. If they don't have Rucker in there, that's crazy. You know what I mean? But I think they will. You know what I mean? It's such an iconic landmark. You know what I mean? So some of the best NBA players ever ever came through played there. You know what I mean? From back in the day till now. So that's kind of cool. You know what I mean? I think that's really like. Now they said better lighting improvement, and they fixed a fixed time of day. So better lighting improvement and a fixed time of day. Now I think fixed time of day means that it's gonna be one, like if it's day, it's gonna be day. But then I'm like, so there's no more night? It's just over for night? I don't know. We'll have to see about that. But better lighting is always better, especially if you like taking pictures or you like getting pictures for your thumbnails and all that stuff. Better lighting, and when you playing, like, you know what I mean? It just makes it look better. It better appealing to people watching you play, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Especially if you're a content creator, a streamer, you know what I mean? All that cool stuff, man. But that's what we got from the city, all right? That's what we got right now that we know from the city. And I ain't gonna lie, I like what I heard. When this right here, this little tiny bit of information, I was digging, okay? I was rocking with it, you know what I mean? That's how we doing it. Now, there's more in case you want the city reveal will be August 25th, you know what I mean? August 25th is the city reveal. Now, my career reveal is August 18th, but they did give us some insight on a little something, you know what I mean? A little appetizer, you know what I mean? One is the new My Career story is called Out of Bounds, okay? I'm all for a My Career story. I feel like the last good one, if I'm not mistaken, was the one that Spike Lee. Yeah, I think it was Spike Lee. Yep. Spike Lee, man. You know what I mean? Was that the one? Y'all let me know in the comments. Was that the one where the old boy died? Because, man, I ain't had shades I could see back then. And I ain't had problems with my eyes, man. I was crying, man. I ain't gonna lie, I got a little emotional. So they saying My Career story is called Out of Bounds. I think that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? It's good to get a good story. More consequences to the story, games, and choices you make in My Career, which is important. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, I used to be a My Careero, so I spent a lot of time in My Career. You know what I mean? And one of the things that kind of got me out of My Career was like the rep, but I would definitely play My Career if it had like a story, because I like story basketball when it comes to stories, and that's what we grew up on, the 2K, you know what I mean, a story mode. So to bring back a good story mode would be cool, you know what I'm saying? Now, here's something that's, I'm gonna say, I personally wish that it wasn't even connected with the city. You feel me? Like, that's how I feel. Like, I wish it wasn't even connected with the city. I like, you just did a My Career story. I don't know how, you know what I mean? I'm not the engineer or somebody. Like, I'm just, you know, giving you my thought. I think it'd be cool to really go in depth with a nice storyline. You know what I mean? I don't know the last time we got a nice, good storyline. You know what I mean? Nice, you know what I mean? Couple chapters. You know what I mean? Not too much, but a little bit more than usual. You feel me? WWE, they just dropped one, but I ain't like what they did with that, because they had you play it multiple times. Don't do that. You know what I mean? But you feel me? You know, a good story mode. All right, now NBA draft this year, you can do a private workouts, or you can get you can be drafted. So if you want to go to a Pacific team, what Evan was saying, what they were saying on the live, you got to do the the private workouts. They saying it was split in between, like some of the community like that, being able to go to what team they want, and some didn't really care. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted the natural way of doing things. You know what I mean? Me personally, I'll tell you like this. I don't really care. That's just how I feel. I don't really care. What I mean by I don't really care neither, it's just like, I mean, I'll take it. I'll do a private workout with one of my players, and then I might do a draft with another one, just to see how it is. It really don't matter to me. That's something, hey, if you really interested. That's what we got right there with the My Career reveal. That's going down August 18th. So mark your calendars, man, so you on point, man, so you're not out here looking crazy. For me, mark them calendars, y'all. You know what I mean? All right, okay, now my team. We heard today that the Triple Threat Park is back in my team. All right, now Triple Threat Park, thank God they added that. I'm not gonna cap. You know what I mean? That's a W. Triple Threat Park, even though I played very little Triple Threat Park, but when I did have the chance to play, I enjoyed it. So that's something that I know people enjoying. You know what I mean? And it is true. I've seen a lot of content creators leave a park and go to the Triple Threat Park because you get to play with NBA players. So like that joint lit. You know what I mean? You get out there, end up with your people. You got cards. You can test your cards out. That's fire. All right. Well, it's back, and I'm happy it's back. You know what I mean? Now they said they got a new location in the Triple Threat My Team Park. So new location means it's gonna be a new park. We always need a new park. Nobody want the same park over and over. Thank you, 2K. We appreciate that. Like, they listening, because I've seen a lot of people throughout this year just, implying what they wanted and what they wanted and what they wanted. As you can see right here, it's happening. You know what I mean? It's happening, all right? Now, there's a new way to play against and with your team in a park. I don't really know or what they meant by that. I'm sure there's, I don't really know what they meant by that. More new ways to play against and with your team. Okay, so I guess they're gonna have more you could do in the park. I'm assuming just off the bring back the 21 court. Remember the 21 court? They should bring that back. Oh, that'd be lit if they did though. I mean, hold on. Am I dropping the sauce right there? I don't know, but that'd be lit if they did that. The 21 joint. You know what I mean? You out there playing 21 with Mike, Kobe, and LeBron. You know what I mean? I just on the court playing 21. That'd be kind of cool. You feel me? You and your people. Because if they're not gonna put in the real part, they might as well put it in if they're not gonna put it in the My Career part, then put it in the Triple Threat part, will be lit too. That's how you know what I mean, bring something back that was fire. All right, let's hold our horses on that one. That might be, you know what I mean, early right there. That might be, you know what I mean. If I call that, let me know. You know what I mean? All right, more ways to earn rewards in the park. That means there's more ways to get cards and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's always dope. More opportunities. Now, this is really cool. King of the Court presented by AT&T is all weekend, and it's for a cash prize. So I guess King of the Court before was for a couple of hours. I don't really play my team like I used to, but I do remember King of the Court. So the fact that you can do it all weekend, it reminds me of, see, this is why it's always good. I don't knock nobody, but I play other games. You know what I mean? I play other sports games. So like weekend classics on MLB is all weekend. Like you could, weekend classics, you could just keep going through 6 teams and getting your reward. So the fact that they added it to where you could do it on a weekend and it's for $10,000, I'll be playing it. I ain't turning down no money. What? Are y'all crazy? What? 10 cash for just 10,000 cash possibly for just playing the game? Come on, man. You know what I mean? But that's all the information we got for my team. And the reveal is August 11th. So mark your calendars for that. August 11th. That's pretty cool. You feel me? Now, my player builder news. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. We got some stuff for the my builder. I like what we got so far. I know there's gonna be a lot more to it, but here's some of the stuff they was talking about. We got some quality of life upgrades from the dev. You can now preview the body types. You can unlock right inside the My Builder without leaving. That's always a plus, because I ain't gonna lie, I really didn't mess with my body type and all that stuff because I had to go and look at it. Now you get to see what you get right there. I'm for that. I'm always for quality of life. You know what I mean? I understand people ain't got all day. You know what I mean? So that was dope of them to do that. You know what I mean? Because I remember one time the body types was, it still is important, but I feel like there's a lot of players like me. You know what I mean? There's a demographic of players that, you know, like, I'm not doing that, bro. I gotta go back. I'm good. And then there was something that did it. So that's always dope. You know what I mean? You can get it done right there. Cap breakers are back in NBA 2K26. I like cap breakers. I'm a fan of cap breakers. I wish, you know what's so crazy about cap breakers? I wish we could up it to 7. Because, you know, you can max them at 5. Give us 7, you feel me? I think 7's a lucky number, you feel me? Lucky 7, you feel me? Something like that, that's all I'm saying. Because I had categories I felt like if I could have got like 2 more, you know what I mean? Or even 3 more, it would have been lit. So cap breakers is back. I like cap breakers. Now, a lot of y'all don't like cap breakers because you don't want them to be rewards for 40. I personally, I'm going to be honest with y'all. You know what I mean? I like rewards, but I also want my cap breakers too. So, like I said, I'm not a game... I'm not the mastermind, but I don't take away my cap. I don't mind a couple of them being rewards. I don't mind. That's just me. You know what I mean? I'll probably go eat me up in the comments, but that's how I feel. You know what I mean? A couple of them will be rewards because cap breakers is lit, and we need that. You know what I mean? To take our bills. I like in the middle of the season, my bill changed. The name of my bill changed. I was feeling that. You feel me? All right. Takeover system is back, but improved with new mechanics, so it's not so intimidating like last year. Yeah. That you know what's so crazy? The takeovers, I caught it, but man, you know, like I said, I'm not. I represent the guys that, you know, we don't always get things right away. We don't want things too hard or too, you know what I mean? Especially when you're trying to move and groove. You coming home from work or whatever the case may be, or you got to study this, study that, and kind of understand it. Nah, we wanted to be right there. So improving the mechanics and making it a lot more, probably the presentation of it, you know what I mean, how it's, so you kind of, you know, you don't feel like, I don't care about that. Some people had the same takeover on their joint, or they ain't even try to, I know they got data on that. Like, it's people that probably ain't even used all them takeovers they had, you know what I mean? So it's good to have, but at least kind of like, you know what I mean, wean them into it, you know what I mean? Wean them into a takeover, you know what I mean? Or like, just, it's how it looked to it. It's all how it looked. Like, I was so confused, but I was going through it. I learned it, but I could imagine, you know what I mean? Like, people might not get that right away. And some people in the comments could be like, yo, it was so simple. How did you not get that? Like, what? Bro, come on, man. Welcome to the real world, okay? Welcome, bro. Everybody's not like you, gang. All right, man. My player build, diversity, tall, short, or somewhere in between. You'll be effective this year on the court in NBA 2K26. Thank you. Because I want to make my 7-3, and I don't want to feel like I can't play with my 7-3. You know what I mean? Even if I'm slow, I felt like the bigs didn't get it, and there's more to it. 7, I know you're like, yo, you just want to spaz with cheese with a 7-3. No. Even when I make a 7-footer, I want my 7-footer to, you know, just be. I feel like I don't even know if I'm going off topic, but I felt like my big didn't really, I couldn't really shoot well. I should put all the 3 up, then the rebound. Man, I don't know, man. More what it says. My player builds diversity, tall, short, or in between will be effective. Yes, please let my players be effective, man. You know what I mean? Please let my players. If I want to make a 7-3, 7-2, 7-1, I don't want to feel like I can only play this mode or that mode or that. Like, I don't really like that. So I hope that kind of correlate with how I felt with that. Because sometimes I go off the script. You know what I mean? They call me a dumb out. But, all right, I could be off the script. But there we go. All right, so look, the My Builder will be revealed August 4th. You know, more content, so you'll be able to dive into that. You know what I mean? All right, my NBA and my GM, full reveal August 18th. Okay, so far, we know the dynamic banners will be in your home arena as you win titles. Now, I don't really play my NBA, but I think it's cool if you win the titles to be able to, you know, put them in, you know, your arena. You know what I mean? It's your titles, whatever you earn. So that's pretty cool. And then we get the more customization with unranked, my GM, better fine-tuning your roster. So I think that when they said that, they mean like you'll have more freedom. That's what I think Evan was saying. More freedom, more. I'm more all for more freedom in the my GM. you know what I mean, important rosters and things of that nature really get cool. Because sometimes I'll be going in there and I'll be wanting to, you know, if you're trying to make like one of the college players, like for instance, Cooper Flags, before he actually got to the NBA, you know, you might go in there and get the player, and you know what I mean, kind of, you know, for the mod builder purposes, you go there, look at the Cooper Flag, you know, you might want to get some highlight clips or whatever the case may be. Now you could, you know, I like freedom, all right? So we got gameplay. One last thing before I go, gameplay. NBA 2K26 gameplay is revealed July 28th, all right? So this is what we know as of today. NBA 2K26, you'll feel more control. The devs are saying when it comes to gameplay. So if you're going for a steal, you'll feel it. If you're trying to get rebate, you'll feel it. You're just more control over it. I like that because I don't feel like I had control over my player. My player used to be Willy Wonka. I mean, sometimes it would be there, and then other times it wouldn't. And you know, more control is always good, man. You know what I mean? I do understand there's a lot going on. I always thought it was like you kind of get Xbox and PlayStation on the same server. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. You feel me? People connections might have been lagging, because I know some people on my team had bad connections. So I don't know how that worked, but I want to feel more in control. So I'm down for that. 2K26 feeling more in control. No more whites on higher difficulty multiplayer game modes. Is green or miss. This is something that y'all been asking for forever. I'm happy to see it's happening. I had to adjust, you know what I mean? So I think it's dope. I play a lot of Proving Grounds. You feel me? I play a lot of Proving Grounds. I'm in there all the time, so I guess I'm expecting that mode to be green or miss. You know what I mean? I think it's green or miss now. I'm not sure. Don't get me. I'm not sure, because I could have sworn I made it white, but I play all over too as well, so I might have mixed up the modes. But it's always good. I like that. There's a skill gap there. That means there's a skill there. You know what I mean? And I'm all for making you know, the skill crowd. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I got some skill. Let me go in there and get some other guys that got skill, and let's see if we, you know, who do what do. You know what I mean? Let's make it do what it do. I'm down for that. You know what I mean? I'm rock with that. I think that's fire. You know what I mean? That's always exciting, all right? So shout out to the No More Whites. And sometimes, you know what's the crazy thing? Losing to a white is like, what? He made that? Like, you feel me? So that's kind of dope though, right there. All right, now shot meter and dunk meter will both show you your green window. That's a plus. For some reason on my team, I always have a slasher that just wants to just be dunking, and he can't time his dunk, so he like boing, pause. You know what I mean? But he can't time it, so I always got to deal with that. And then if I say something to them, they be like, what? You know, because I'm a community-orientated guy, so I'm always out there. I always have slashers and people that just, you know, can't, you know, with the meter, having trouble with the meter. I've seen a lot of that this year, you know what I mean? All right, no more real player percentage, no more real player percentage with layups online. No more real player percentage with layups online. Layups need to be timed. I'm for that. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I now that I'm thinking about it, it's crazy, because I do remember people doing that just cheesy layup. Like, it's like, bro. So I'm glad that's out of real player percentage. Anything that got to do with real player percentage, nah. Like LA Knights say, nah. Get that out. 22, I had people that never played 2K, they were my shooters, because they put that bad boy on real player percentage, and I tell them, go. You know what I mean? They make that 99-3, and it was go time. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's where we at with that. That the gameplay, like I said, is revealed July 28th. Today was a W day. We're officially in the NBA 2K26 mode, and I'm excited. You see, I got my guy. You know what I mean? The new. I would say my guy, but I don't want to take credit. I'm not a Knicks fan, but I love Melo, man, for what he did for the town. I'm from New York, you know what I mean? High Bridge, you know what I mean? Outside, you know what I mean? To where most of the people around me are Knicks fans, you know what I mean? You know how Knicks fans get, you know what I mean? They can be real hostile. So it's good to see this going on right now. Shout out to, you know what I mean, Melo getting his flowers, you feel me? And you already know, you know what I mean? So listen, y'all keep it locked. I like this. This was a nice conversation. I gotta chop it up, make sure, you know what I mean? I don't think I'm crazy, you know what I mean? Chop it up right, but yeah, Yo, y'all smash that sub and rock with your boy, man. You know what I mean? I got a song out right now. I'm gonna play it at the end. I got more content on the way. I played Lonzo Ball the other day. And you know what I mean? We rocking and rolling, baby. Let's get it, man. I'm out of here, man. It's your boy Bash, man. Let me know what y'all think of all this information we got today. The information we got, I ain't gonna say all. It is a lot, though. It is a lot, because I had to break it down. You know what I mean? I'm out of here, man. It's your boy Bash. Peace.
Don't worry about what they bring to the table. Bring what you bring to the table. And
Bash.
when you are not where you supposed
Ain't
to
nobody
be,
gonna come save you.
because you have limited thinking.
Yo, blood. For those that didn't believe in the mission when we was in it, I hope this message get to your soul and you feel offended. Ever since I picked up a switch and bought an extended, I guess a nigga done with them drinks like I was Kendrick. Keep a long list of them niggas who didn't believe me. We don't do this shit for no internet or no TV. Stacking up the cheese off the stove like it was ziti. Whenever things tend to get rocky, I push a Riri. Came from a struggle with niggas who got the cane on. Soon as he seen us coming, he took his watch and his chain off. My shooters catch a body for something that's real petty and laugh about it 48 hours like they was Eddie. Keep it so real, it be hard for niggas to hate on. When things got rough from the shoulders, they put the weight on. Niggas wouldn't throw me a pass, but fuck what they on. I learned how to run this bitch like I was Saquon. Locked on a mission, all that other shit's irrelevant. Red bone cool, but I'd rather fuck this melody. Ain't nobody fucking us over, we moving celibate. The devil in my eyes, this money, we want hell of it. Spirit like Pac, brain like Elon. Rose from the ghetto, I'm a project phenom. Coulda had a bright little future, but you gon' ruin it. Don't tell me what you about to do, nigga, just start doing it. Look, they never seen us coming. I'm hungry, my eyes looking bigger than my stomach. I'm locked in, dodging all the fakes and the frauds. You would too if you had a future like Cam Ward. I'm from the bottom, it's hell, it ain't no secret. My uncle got high off the spoons I used to eat with. Snakes and the fake handshakes, I didn't peep it. So now if the love ain't genuine, you can